Welcome back to the Doing All the Things challenge. I am Kate, currently on day 12, and we'll get right to my sleep, which again, now back to a whopping 4 hours, 10 minutes. I'm really frustrated with this, but I'm also really tired. Like, not sleeping does catch up with you. We're 12 days into this challenge. And I know, when we're quitting substances, it can take a while for our sleep to like normalize, but I'm just over it. I have been taking the magnesium supplement the past few nights, but here we are. So technically the true dose of the magnesium supplement is 3 capsules. So maybe I'll just go ahead and take the 3 tonight and see what happens. So that's where we are with the sleep. Yes, I'm tired. And one other thing I had noticed is that, because I do this periodically, right?
Periodically quit substances, just to clarify.
Like, I'm not going to do anything for a few days or a few weeks or a few months, whatever. And normally when I do that, by the 3rd day, I have so much energy. Like, I want to like twirl and run and walk and skip on my walks, like just a ton of energy. And like during those times, I'm only walking a mile, and that's like all my exercise. So I'm wondering if this is a matter of like, maybe I'm just utilizing all my energy more efficiently now. I don't know. I just know I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I would like to sleep 8 hours and wake up and just have a ton of energy that I know I normally can possess. So that's what's going on with the sleep. Now you're gonna see here, I did take 2 walks today, but really the second walk was just down to the store. It's not far at all. And I wouldn't trust the mileage or the time there, because once you get in the store, it goes crazy. But figured I would show that to you all. Now, despite being tired, I didn't run as much as I normally do on my walks. But I still ran today down one hill, just not as far. But the big hill, I did run it the entire way and did record that myself. So you're just gonna see the camera bouncing as I make it down that hill. And I really had to push. I mean, I was tired running down that hill, but I just said, I can do it, I can do it. And more importantly, I was like, I wanna show them. I wanna show my audience. I wanna show you all. I did it. But I was tired, made it through that though. Thank gosh, go me. Now,
It took me 3 minutes to record this video, so obviously 3 minutes to run down this hill. And I'm just going to let it play for a while. I may forward it faster here in a moment, but I was really craving Starbucks this morning as well, mainly because I did end up going to the store and there's a Starbucks there. And again, just being so tired, I really wanted some espresso. I decided not to, but that is something I will share with you guys here at some point. What do I order at Starbucks? So stay tuned for that. And here we go. Let's see if we can see it enough. That big bush right there on the right, that's where I would stop initially when I started running this hill. Again, it's easier running downhill, but it's still a challenge. And then this part, I would say, is the hardest part because it is the flattest part of the hill, and then it does start to go back downhill. Oh, cool bird that had flew overhead. But that part right here is really where I had to push myself to just keep going and not to walk on the the flatter part of the hill, but to just keep going. And I'm almost there. Guess I'm not going to forward the video after all. Just really wanted to share the walk with you. Essentially, just really wanted to share me running down this hill in completion with you. There I go. I'm tired. Not running the fastest either. I mean, that's something else to take into consideration. A slow jog. Almost to the finish line there. And I did it. Yay. Yay. And I'm so tired.
Now, the whole reason I went to the store in the first place was because I needed to get some just stuff for dinner, and my goodness, did I miss my cheddar cheese when I didn't have it. So certainly had to make sure I have that on hand going forward. And let's check out breakfast. So I have 1 hour left, roughly 1 hour, 10 minutes on my 18-hour fast. However, I talked about being flexible, right? And my goal really is between 16 and 18 hours. So while I could fast for 18 hours, it wouldn't be 18 hours. I wouldn't eat until like 11, and it's just more convenient for me to eat right now. So what I'm gonna do is I do have the ability to go in and change that fast from an 18-hour fast to a 16-hour fast. And when I do that, and again, still hitting my goal, just allowing myself that flexibility. Now I'm at 16 hours, 50 minutes, almost 17 hours, quite frankly, and I'm going to break my fast. I will be eating this. I call it the all the things omelet, only fitting for this challenge. I love it. I made it this morning. We've got ham, olives, spinach, grape tomatoes, cheese, yum. And then for snacks today, I've rinsed some blueberries and raspberries. Won't eat all of those, but that's what I said about the cherries yesterday. But I really don't think I'll eat all that. And then some mixed nuts. And between just these things, again, this right here is also about getting in a lot of those plants. So I'm gonna tally those up for y'all here in just a second. But in just this meal alone with the snacks, I'll let you know roughly, because those mixed nuts, but also a great option to help you get closer, because there's so many different nuts in there. This omelet is so good and so flavorful. And I don't know if it's like me, but the spinach lately has just had a really strong flavor. Like, it's actually tasted just really strong like spinach. So I'm glad I used just, you know, that little amount. But oh my God, it is so good. Now, keep in mind, when I broke my fast, it was, again, a clean fast. But let's go ahead and see where I'm at with ketosis. Day 12, testing for ketones in my urine. And as we can see, yesterday I was in the large, but the 80. Today, I am in the 160. Got my waters for the day, some green tea, some coffee, and I'm almost done with that bottle. I want to show you, I think I'd mentioned in either the first or the second video, one of the reasons why I like the water bottles, and it's for this reason. I think I made it. Let's go check. But I love to do that. I don't really care where they end up. They'll be picked up. But I really do love to. Oh, and I think I don't see it in here anywhere. So sometimes they end up in the sink. But yeah, as you can see, there's a couple more in there. But I'm assuming I made it because I don't know where else it is. But that is one of the things I really enjoy. It just feels so good to be able to throw that empty water bottle. Dinner for day 12. We have a T-bone steak with some mushrooms and onions, some garlic there, some asparagus and green beans, although you can't really see them. They were not the best shape at the store, so not many to choose from. I think I ended up with like a handful, if even. But this is dinner for day 12. So I want to showcase that today alone, between breakfast, snacks, and dinner, there were an estimated 15 different plants that I ate. So something to keep in mind, 15 in one day is halfway to that 30 goal. So just keep an eye out on the meals if you're curious, you know, what do I need to be eating to hit that goal? It will certainly help with some ideas there, but let's get to the list. So here we have the list of the 30 different plants I'm eating this week. And as we can see, I would say I've already hit it. However, the sweet potato, I went to cook that tonight and it was not good. But that doesn't mean I won't still have one this week. So leaving it on the list. And essential, I'm going to hit this list. I mean, I need one more something or another, and I've got my 30 plans. Again, it is only Thursday. And then I do want to point out this was the just kind of an idea of what I was going to eat. I haven't had any broccoli this week. But again, this is ultimately what that list truly is so far this week, with the exception of that sweet potato for now. But 29, and we're on Thursday.
Speaking of lists, no alcohol, no weed, no cigarettes. Walked the 2 miles today. This one is in progress. Did my Pilates 20 minutes today. Skipping over the increased income by $5,000. Eating the 30 different plants, and as evidenced by today's meals, getting 15 in one day. I did fast on the lower end today, actually kind of in between, but around 17 hours. Did that 36-hour fast for the week already. Obviously eating lower carb, as you all can witness through the meals I share with you. Did my mindful minute. Did not sleep between 6 to 8 hours. I am posting and updating, so yay. I did work my shift. Will finish I have one left, so I'll finish that goal. I did have some tea today. I will close my Apple Watch rings. I did cook at home, and I will post the Kate Hart. I did not explore the Guinness World Record application any further. Again, just too tired today to be doing anything much, but there we have the list for day 12.
Now, for my peeps out there that smoke weed and are curious as to, you know, it always becomes a thing for those of you who smoke marijuana, myself included, when you have to take a drug test, right? Especially for employment or what courts, whatever, for yourself maybe. And it's always a question of, when is this THC going to be out of my body? So I am going to go ahead and test, not today, because I think I have one strip, but I don't want to test today. I think what I'll do is I'm going to test tomorrow my urine for THC using like cheap test strips from the dollar store. But at least, you know, I want to see, just for my own knowledge, for your guys' knowledge out there as well, you know, if you do all this and eat all that and drink all this water, you know, if maybe within 2 weeks. However, of course, there are so many other factors that would go into that, like your weight and fat and just a bunch of different variables. But I just thought it would be fun, you know, and kind of cater to you all a bit as well, and show you, hey, I haven't forgotten about you all, even though I'm not smoking, but just kind of something to keep you all engaged too. Let's see. Do I test for THC in my urine? These are, again, test strips from the dollar store, but I have utilized them before and they seem to be semi-accurate. So, hey, I'll take it. We'll see, right? And I say that because they have told me when I have THC in my urine, so I'm going to trust that. And the other part too, okay, when am I no longer going to have THC, weed, whatever, in my urine, you know, is also a matter of how much you've smoked, the type of weed you're smoking. Are you doing vapes? Are you smoking flower? So if we're curious about my usage, I would say the past 2 weeks prior to starting this, it had increased a bit. It was flower, kind of a vape. I'm not too, you know, I'm a flower girl. I prefer that. So I would say it was pretty, not heavy, but I used marijuana. So anyway, we'll just see how that test come back tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I make a note because I do not want to forget to share that with you all. And again, just something I'll continue to test periodically if I still have THC in my urine. But again, something fun. I thought, you know, let's do this. Let's share this. Let's see where I'm at. Maybe it will help others, maybe not, who knows? I don't know. Just want to share that with you. I almost feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff. It's just that I'm really just so tired. I know I had something earlier I was doing and I was like, oh my God, am I even understanding this? Like, I don't know. I'm just tired. And that's to be expected. So again, just I've got to sleep. So gonna take 3 of the magnesium pills today, like I said, see how that goes. More than anything though, I wanna thank you for showing up, for watching this video, liking, subscribing, and sharing. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you back here tomorrow.